Saying Wee Mary. I know probably most of the room know Wee Mary, so I know I'll give you a bit more. I'm hearing the surname of Maguire really clearly as well. So at the minute, I'm not too sure yet if she said she's Mary Maguire or maybe Maguire is related around family, but just keep it up in mind for a moment. But I know I want to have the name Wee Mary, and this lady was sort of, what's the right way of putting it, she was factual to her name, because I know that I want to have a very holy woman, and she's nearly, and I'm not just saying this, she's nearly like a nun, and that seems to be very important for me to get, because she really lived by the cross, you know, she loved Jesus, and she loved, you know, Mother Mary, and she had a great faith, and she would have went up, and we church friends, and she knew the priest, and she had all connections. That was really important for me to bring that up. I will build up a wee story, but does anybody want my Wee Mary here? Who's getting, she's a lovely wee lady. She's very saintly in the way she's presenting herself. I do have a feeling that she was on her own without her husband. I do get a feeling of her, because she's not showing me a husband around her, so remember she was on her own. And that was towards the end. She's bringing that memory.
I think that might be me.
All of it though?
Apart from Maguire. But my friends called Maguire.
Okay, you have friends, Maguire?
Yeah.
Right, let's see. The Wee Mary that you know passed over, but you understand that she was on her own for a long time.
Yeah.
I do feel though she was married, I don't feel like she was a spinster, you know, but I felt her husband even passed decades before. So how does that sound?
Yeah.
You with me? Because she said, now she was an old woman when she passed, you know, this is where I'm going, lovely, you know, that real snow white gorgeous hair, that's the way that I see her, and she looks quite petite to me again, and a small wee woman. She just looks like a nun. I'm not just saying that. And she really did know the clergy well, and she knew nuns, and all her wee church friends, and she had a real quiet sort of life in that way. So that's her wee character. How does that sound?
Yeah, she was at mass every day.
Yeah, okay. And you know she'd all wee churchy friends in, obviously, too.
She used to do the flowers.
Yeah, and she's bringing memories, because she said even when she was at home, like she didn't really have like a lot of company coming in and out of the house, you know. It feels very much, do you ever see one of them houses you go in, there's like a ticking clock, you know, and you'd be sitting having a cup of tea and you'd be thinking, right, yeah, the weather and all, it's so lovely, you know, you'd be going, right, I have to go and I need to pick up the kids or something, you know, and it's not that you wanted to, you know, let her go, but it was like hard to get a bit of conversation at times, but she's still a really beautiful woman, and by the way, I do feel she had a ticking clock, you know, in the house, so what do you think?
Yeah, she had one on the mantelpiece.
Yeah, that's it, because she's remembering us all sitting, and then tick-tock, and the TV was going, like, you're just trying to come up with, you know, and this is what she's given. So are you the granddaughter? Yeah. Because as I say that, it just well, it's my granddaughter. And I know that your granny has appeared, but only the once now. It's not like she's walking about your house and all, you know. What do you think? Good. So know that she's there. And she's saying, I don't feel like I have a lot of grandchildren, by the way, either. So do you understand where it's quite a small family, as in children and grandkids too, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because your mum remembers. Is this your mummy then, obviously? Because that's what she remembers. But she really, I'm going to be honest, I think sometimes, not in a irritating way too much, but I feel sometimes you would nearly think, Mum, you know, is there not much more to your life than church? You know, like, get out and have fun, or go and do something else. And, you know, I think there was a little bit of clash of differences there at times, and that's why maybe conversations were a bit difficult at times, because all she wanted to talk about was the church and what was going on, and, you know, if there was a wee bit of scandal happening, you know, around that. But that was it. But that was your mother's life, you see. That's what the difference is. And then because she didn't drink, she didn't smoke, she was really good living. She lived by the Bible. You walk into your house and she had holy relics everywhere, and you were nearly like going out, no, you know. And this is what I'm trying to say. What do you think?
Yeah, that was her.
I know. This is what she's given. So know that this is the way that she comes through. and she's loving it. She's loving coming through. And that's what's important to let you know, that you're not taken away from the peace of her soul, even though she wants to come through in this way. Isn't that lovely? Now, she seems to be interested in your lovely her granddaughter for a moment, and your granny is saying, develop the gift that you have for this, what I'm doing, because you have it, and you know you have it, and you have an interest, but it frightens you still a little bit, doesn't it? I know it does.
Definitely.
I know, because you've seen things from being younger, and like shadows, and you've heard voices, and it's not that you're losing your mind, it's just that you have these experiences that no one else can relate to. And she says, you have it, and she's nearly giving you, come on then, you know. So it's not nice to know. But you'll do it in a way that is obviously with the right intentions to help people, of course you will. And your mum says that you have it yourself, that you're very intuitive, but you won't use it in the same way that your daughter will go on to use it. So that's interesting. But I do feel your mum could look at someone and she could get a good judge off them immediately. You know, she could weigh them up quite quickly whether she liked them or not so much. So I actually feel really blessed that she's coming through here, weighing me up here and making a wee connection for you tonight. I'm going to leave you there with your mother's love. Know that she's safe and she's well and she's contented. And if you know of the Maguire family, then that's where the connection is, so that's lovely. But more importantly, your wee mommy Mary, she's great. She's a proper Catholic. Thanks very much. Well done. All right, well done.